Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Seamount for Life here with another PGA Tour 2K25 video. Earlier this week, I got invited to the hands-on for PGA Tour 2K25 at the WM Phoenix Open. I was able to play the full release, full version of the game for over 2 hours. And I am going to be making a few videos here over the next couple of days, starting with this one right now. This is going to be at Oakmont with Tiger Woods, the front nine. We're going to be playing on master difficulty. If you like this content and you want to support the channel, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell as always. All right, let's hop in.
Hello, Tiger Woods.
There we go. Hello to you, John. All right, here we go. Hole number one here at Oakmont. So this was the second round I had played. We had just got done playing my opening round with my 64 overall my player, and so jumping from that to this was a huge difference. And here we are on the first hole. A little bit of a fast rhythm here, but very solid swing. Playing again on the stock master setting. Of course, this first hole has this sloping green.
So this approach could go a little long if you're not careful.
John knows. So right here, I started to get a little more adventurous here in my second round using the shot shaper. I really liked how when you're using the shot shaper, it'll tell you high fade, low fade, high draw, low draw, things like that. We had a pretty good swing here.
Bounce to the right for us.
We're about just short of pin high, but real good to be short on this hole and not long with it sloping from front to back. 154 greens on default. These are default settings. Now, clearly, I'm sure when we're going to play this course, you know, on TGC tours and different things, it's going to be all cranked up. This is just the default setting, which I do actually applaud them for doing. I know in the 23, some of the default settings for some of those courses were pretty brutal. So there we go. We tap in for a par.
All right, let's go.
We're off and running here to the second hole. Another par 4 uphill. I decided to, I think I was kind of exploring maybe hitting a 3-wood. We're kind of going through some of the different things. I end up hitting a 3-wood here, but we do push this. We have an open contact at the top, 6.5 degrees. It pushes us over into the rough. And unfortunately, this is where stuff starts to get pretty squirrely for me, as you'll see. So our approach shot is, again, open with a little less power. And because of that, we end up landing short. And this is where we can just cue the circus music on this hole. So I'm just going to sit with you as we endure this very tough second hole. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. So we just let this roll all the way down as we fast forward it to the front of this green. Just absolute brutal pin placement here. And as you look at that grid, I mean, that is just a menacing red grid from back to front. And so I'm kind of going through different things. This is a flop shot here. This is probably what I would hit in 23, but it is just a terrible swing. Again, second game in, still very much getting used to not only being on master, but just that offset swing, which it's going to take me a lot longer to get used to. So again, this comes right back to me at my feet, divot and all.
This is your fourth shot.
So right now I'm starting to think, okay, what exactly do we do? So I start flipping through a lot of the different shot types that Tiger has, trying to figure out what's best. I end up going with this new spinner. I throw a little bit more spin on it on both sticks here. And I end up hitting a pretty good swing, but it's just long. So we go way long. We go into this bunker. And now we're in even more trouble because this is going to be absolutely impossible to hold the green, which I really like. I like that short side bunkers are a big problem. So we get, I full spin like we would in 23. I had a pretty good shot coming out. In 23, that thing stops and we tap in, right? Not in 25. This is back right where we started. And again, I am just kind of befuddled right now because I've tried multiple things. So at this point, I'm just kind of cycling through. I was looking at the chip at first, but we couldn't quite get it up there. So I end up trying this Texas wedge, the new Texas wedge option. I'm just like, why not? Let's go, right? We got 2 hours with the game. We might as well try to test everything. So I put it just past the hole here, and I end up absolutely smashing this. once we get to the shot here. I think I'm flagging somebody over to tell them about some things. We had people all over the place. We were in this room. There was 20 of us playing the game, and the devs were walking around. So I think I ended up just absolutely smashing this. It goes off the green, rolls through the bunker, off to the other side. So we'll go ahead and just take that as applauding the new physics. So then here we go. We're back to chipping. I almost hold on the second hop. You know, in retrospect and kind of in hindsight, I probably should have maybe hit a flop shot on one of these, especially that second shot there, maybe do a super flop. But I was kind of flustered at this point, guys. Now we're shooting for an 8. We're going to try the spinner again. My hope is that we don't hit it quite as hard, so we do a nice partial. This one ends up working out really, really well. This is what I hope to do on that first time. So we stop the bleeding. We go ahead and hit this, 4-footer, 6-footer in for a nice, crispy 9. So yeah, that was a tough one. Now the good news is we do play better moving forward. I love the church pew bunkers there on the left. So here we go, another solid swing. It is definitely a lot more forgiving when you play as the pros. So going from that 65 overall my player in my first round to this round, which was my second round, it was a stark difference between the two. So here's my approach shot. We'll go ahead and go for using the approach shot. And again, we're just still getting used to this new swing, which I really do like the offset swing. I know it's different. I know it's tough, but I was looking forward to something new and refreshing so we could kind of reset everybody in the community. And I think they've done a good job with that. So we try to chip it in. I do like the new chipping physics. I think the animation seems to be a touch off with power. But I love the way the ball has a lower trajectory and skips and hops and rolls with the new physics. I do like at least the look and feel of the new chip shot. Hopefully they can get the animation stuff kind of figured out there so the animation matches the power a little bit better to the eye. So here we go on the 4th hole. I'm adding some swing angle here. This is probably one of my better drives in this 9-hole round here that we played. Sets us up really well for this second shot on this par 5. So one notable thing too, you cannot hit driver off the deck unless you have the driver off the deck skill with your my player or with the pros. There's a number of pros that don't have the skill. Some people that were sitting around me, we were kind of talking about it afterwards, and there are a number of pros that cannot hit off the deck. So just be aware of that when you're building your my player or when you're playing with pros. So of course, we throw an absolute dart, and this is going to officially be my first eagle in PGA Tour 2K25. Shot glasses out, everybody. What's funny is in the moment I didn't even realize it. So very, very cool there. It was either me or Apex that had that first eagle. We'll just go ahead and we'll take the tie. So here we go. This is the 5th hole. We almost roll into the heavy rough, but we do not. We fortunately catch that light collar there. Once again, we're kind of cycling through here. I'm trying to get a feel for what exactly we're going to do. The pitch shot doesn't go there, so we go ahead and go with this choked approach with a 62 degree. And I hit a pretty solid shot. It's a little bit fast, so it's got that overpower, and I went a little bit longer on the transition, so it added a little more juice to it. So we're a touch long, but we do get this little backspin. Puts us in a good spot here for another birdie opportunity. Let's see if we can make it. And we do. So a nice bounce back after throwing up a 9 on the 2nd hole. We do back-to-back good holes with an eagle and a birdie. And then, of course, we got the 6th hole here, par 3, 204. So I kind of tried to swing a fade on this. We didn't quite get it, but solid nonetheless. And as you can tell, I'm starting to improve a bit more, especially as this clip goes on, and starting to hit the ball a lot more consistently with the offset swing. I think at this time I'm like yelling at my screen, telling this thing to stop, run up and mark it, things like that. So it settles in right here. We have another birdie opportunity, 26 feet up the hill. Look at how thick the gallery is back there, just waiting for Tiger to hit this putt for birdie on 6. Yeah, I think I'm calling over somebody right now. We're talking to some devs or talking to somebody. Maybe I'm talking to Apex next to me. I sat next to Apex, which was awesome. And sat across from Shooter McGavin, by the way, from Chris McDonald, which was even better. So that was really cool. Oh, you know what I think was going on right here? I think I got asked to go record one of the interviews that you guys will start seeing some clips from. I think that's what happens right here. Maybe I'll cut this out of the video. Maybe I won't. But we're just rolling with this. But I believe I got asked to stand up and go do an interview. So here we go. We come back to it. Here's the putt.
From that distance, that's gonna work.
See, I'm still getting used to the putting. You know, the putt power to stroke ratio in 23 is so short. Like shorter putts will go longer just because that power meter fills up pretty quickly, and the delay of the animation, which I think they fixed. I did not feel the delay in the animation in this, which was really good. But because of that, I was leaving a lot of putts short in this play session here. So again, we push. This is my miss. It's my miss in 23 as well. So we're going to have to really get this hammered in. So I think we try to get an approach to the left side and just aim for the larger portion of the green, knowing we can use this slope here from left to right.
Come on, kick to the right.
Ends up being a pretty solid recovery shot from the rough there with Tiger. I didn't do a lot of fast forwarding because I really wanted to watch the physics and give you guys a chance to watch the physics as well, the new physics engine.
I'm okay with
Anytime
that.
I hit the ball on the green on this course too, I just kept thinking everything was going to start rolling off just like it did on that second hole.
Out there.
So this sets us up here, a 40-footer up the hill. We got to really smash this putt.
Well, this one's on a line.
Look at this.
Continuing on its line.
Oh, baby, get in.
Gonna go.
Bang.
Yes, that'll
Absolutely buried with a Tiger fist pump and all. Love it. And it brings into the new replay angles here. The replay system is a lot better now. You can actually jump in and do custom replays, which are awesome. I might cover that in another video. But I did not see a bad automatic replay,
Okay,
which is
1
good
over
because
round
in
currently.
23 and really in previous games, the replay system was not great. In fact, there were many times in 23 where it would just zoom in on your character as the ball was going in, and you would see like 10% of the actual ball flight. I did not see any bad auto replays in this game. Doesn't mean they're not there, but I didn't see one while I was
Yeah, I see you
playing
on
for
this
my
one.
2 hours.
Oh, dear. Look at
So we're starting to get a little more dialed in, especially with the backswing and the angle and all that. But we're still missing that contact point at the top. It was definitely a problem most of the day for me. And that swing with the chip and all that I thought was great, but we're long because I'm just not used to the new chipping. We'll get there. I decided to putt this out of the rough, and it was a very, very good decision as we make that there.
And we are going to take another look at that.
So here we go. There's another one of the replays. Very good.
And you're sitting at 1 over par at the moment.
All right, we've climbed our way back to 1 over
Let
par.
this fly here on the 9th.
Here we go. Final hole of this front 9. Once again, we leave that contact point open, and it sneaks into this heavy
Setting
rough.
up here
Really,
from
really tough lie.
Deep stuff.
This giant green here. I end up aiming left. I'm just trying to get on the green, but we're in the heavy rough. I am playing without the lie percentage on, by the way. This was something new to me. I'm actually kind of happy this happened
Hitting into an elevated
because
green.
you probably shouldn't be hitting a 5-wood right there, right? So maybe we go with a hybrid next time, but I kind of chuckled. I think I ended up tapping Apex next to me. We were laughing about that. So we end up deciding to hit a better club here as we have a better lie and all that. So we end up hitting a 6-iron. Was being really safe to the left.
Heading left.
Closed at the top was not my intention. So now we're in a real tough spot because this green is absolutely diabolical. Similar to that second green So I spend the next like minute and a half just contemplating what to do here, going through the different shot types from super flop to recovery to chips. So you'll kind of start watching my thought process here because I don't really know what to use in anything because we just don't have, the time in the game that we currently have in 23. So I don't know the distances. I don't know the situation. So I'm just kind of cycling through to see what is there so I can try to make my best decision possible. So the pitch shots are shorter in this game too. I think most of the pitches are between 40 and 60 yards, which is interesting. So I'll be curious to see if the knockdown kind of fills that backside there. But we end up going with the spinner again. But just like on the second hole, we end up just going a little bit too far, not enough of a partial. So now we're in a tough spot here trying to chip up the hill. And I don't hit a very good chip here. Bad underswing with a little bit of overpower. So we get down this hill. And now we have a double bogey putt.
Looks like it's kind of moving from the left to the right.
We didn't quite hit.
Come on, ball.
Poor
And
Tiger.
I know you know, but this is triple.
And then I take this one for granted, you guys. Did not quite read it. Randy with the elbow drop. But we end up tapping in for a nice round snowman to end this 9 holes at Oakmont. All right, so there we have it. The front 9 at Oakmont with Tiger Woods on master difficulty. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And thank you so much for watching. Again, shout out to all of you. We got partnered on YouTube. We got over 1,000 subs recently. So thank you for all the support. I appreciate you greatly. And as always, like, subscribe, and all those good things. And we'll see you on the next PGA Tour 2K25 video. Cheers.